Hello everyone, I am Ankit and you're watching StudyIQ IAS English channel. In our today's video, we are going to understand what got the Prime Minister of Thailand suspended from her office. This pertains to a border dispute that exists between Thailand and Cambodia. And because of this political issue, the Prime Minister of Thailand got suspended. So we'll discuss this matter in great detail in our today's discussion. And before ending our today's discussion, we'll also try to solve a practice question which has been curated exactly as per the pattern of UPSC pertaining from this discussion. Okay. Now the notes of this session, if you want to download them, you can go to the Telegram channel ATS Live. To search this channel, what you need to do, open your Telegram app. On the top right hand corner, there is a search bar. So click it, enter the words ATS Live. You'll find the channel. But if you still have problems in locating this channel now, you can scan this QR code. You'll definitely find the channel. Subscribe to the channel if you still haven't and download the notes. So let us start by understanding what got the Prime Minister of Thailand suspended. Now, the Constitutional Court of Thailand, it suspended the Prime Minister of Thailand, Ms. Shinawatra, from her office. And this pertains to an ethics investigation that has been ordered on her, particularly based on a phone call that she made to a senior Cambodian political leader. Now, this phone call was subjected to resolve the border disputes. But on the other hand, we see that this phone call led to a lot of political controversy in the country of Thailand. So we'll discuss what this phone call is and then we'll move on to understanding the bigger aspect, that is the border dispute between Thailand and Cambodia, right? Now, this phone call, which was made by Prime Minister of Thailand, Ms. Shinawatra, to a senior Cambodian leader, President of the Cambodian Senate, President Hun Sen, it was reportedly to be made on June the 15th. But the details of this phone call was leaked to public, and this created a lot of controversy. First, these two leaders were trying to solve the border dispute that exists between their respective countries, particularly after the clash that happened recently. So you'd think this is a smart thing to do, right? That when two political leaders from different countries, they are trying to talk to each other and get the border dispute resolved. So what is the controversial aspect about it? Well, the controversial aspect was regarding the contents of the phone call. Now, when this phone call was made by Thailand PM to the one of the senior leaders in Cambodia, in this phone call, she addressed this Cambodian leader as an uncle because he is quite a close friend to the father of the current Thailand Prime Minister, who is also a former Prime Minister. But not just that, in the phone call, Thailand PM, she asked the Cambodian leader not to listen to a Thailand regional army commander who is responsible for managing the forces where this dispute happened. And not just that, she called him a political opponent and said that he's trying to act cool because of this political motive, right? Now, after that, she also told this Cambodian leader that he should let her know what he wanted and she'll do everything that she can to resolve this matter. But the bigger aspect about the political controversy is that she made, or the tone of her conversation with the Cambodian leader was very conciliatory and appeasing in nature. She did not go down well with the political players in Thailand. And not just that, she tried to disparage a military commander, particularly in a country like Thailand, where military not just plays a defensive role, but it also plays a very important political role. For example, just like Pakistan, military of Thailand has played a very important role in establishing governments in the past. So you understand, you can't ignore the political role of Thailand army. So when a political leader disparages the member of the armed forces, it is seen very negatively in Thailand media. And also, her conversation directly with the Cambodian leader tried to undermine the diplomatic and military posture of Thailand. So this was also a big matter of controversy, and that is why an investigation of ethics was ordered on her, right? Now, let us understand what this border dispute is all about. Now, this recent border dispute happened in the month of May, where the respective armies of these two countries fired at each other, and in this firing, one of the Cambodian soldiers were actually killed. Now, while these countries and their respective militaries has said that they're trying to cool off this tension, but you understand, when the militaries of these two countries are involved, this matter can go out of hand in near future, right? So this is a matter of concern. Now, this is not the first instance where these two countries have fought with each other. Now, after this recent clash in May, both of these countries ordered retaliation against one another, right? For example, Thailand made its border quite strict and stopped all kinds of personnel from moving across the border into Cambodia, except few people like students, medical patients, and people who are traveling with essential needs. On the other hand, Cambodia, it banned Thailand movies and TV shows, stops the import of important Thai commodities like fruits and vegetables, and even ordered for boycott of Thai power and internet which is flowing into Cambodia. So basically, both of these countries tried to impose certain restrictions on another, and the conversation of these two leaders were trying to minimize these kind of restrictions from happening, right? Now, the border dispute between these two countries happened over this particular 800 kilometers long border that Thailand shares with Cambodia. Thailand not just shares its boundary with Cambodia, but in the northeast part, it shares its boundary with Laos. In the northwest part, it shares its boundary with Myanmar, whereas in southern part, it shares its boundary with another Southeast Asian country known as Malaysia. So all in all, Thailand shares boundaries with 4 countries, but our today's discussion pertains to the boundary 800 kilometer long that it shares with Cambodia. And this flashpoint that had recently, it happened at the tri-junction of Laos, Cambodia and Thailand border. So let us look at this map. So this recent controversy happened in the region of Chongbuk, very close to the tri-junction of Laos, Thailand and Cambodia. And the previous flashpoints that have occurred between these two countries have happened in this particular region, also on the border of Cambodia and Thailand. So we'll discuss about this also, right? Now, what you need to understand that this border dispute is a long-standing issue between these two countries, and this stems from the colonial origin of the boundary that exists between Cambodia and Thailand. You have to understand that Cambodia for a long period of time was under the colonial rule of the French, and the boundary that exists between Cambodia and Thailand, it stems from a 1907 map that was created by the French colonial rule. Now, Cambodia currently follows this particular map that originated in 1907. But on the other hand, Thailand does not agree with this map. It says that this map is inaccurate, so it refuses to follow this map, and hence the dispute between these two countries on the exact border between the countries, right? Now, what you need to understand, even in the months of February, Cambodian troops and its family members entered an ancient temple in Thailand, which is the 1000-year-old temple, Preah Vihear temple, and these people, after entering into this temple, they also sang Cambodian national anthem, which led to the flashpoint between these two countries. So all in all, this historical dispute is actually originated from the colonial rule that the Cambodia was under for a long period of time. Now, to solve this dispute, what Cambodia has done previously, that it has favored intervention of a third party. This third party particularly is the International Court of Justice. Now, in 1962, Cambodia also approached International Court of Justice, and in a judgment by ICJ actually favored the interpretation made by Cambodia over its boundary. And this ruling of 1962 by ICJ is the major source of irritation in the relations of Cambodia and Thailand. Now, Cambodia went back to ICJ back in 2011 when the clashes happened between these two countries, and it led to death of more than 20 people and displacements of thousands of people. So even in 2011, ICJ reaffirmed the stance of Cambodia, saying that this boundary, which originated in the colonial time, is actually the boundary between Thailand and Cambodia. But Thailand does not agree with this interpretation. On the other hand, Thailand says that Thailand and Cambodia already has an existing bilateral mechanism. This bilateral mechanism, according to Thailand, it means that Cambodia and Thailand, they should get together and solve this issue bilaterally without the intervention of third party, unlike what Cambodia wants. Thailand says that we have already formed a joint committee which was established back in 2000, and this committee has the only authority to solve this border dispute. And how will it solve border dispute? It will first conduct a survey of the border areas, and then the ground demarcation of the border areas will happen between these two countries. So to summarize, Cambodia says that we will bring a third party, particularly ICJ, to solve the dispute between Cambodia and Thailand. On the other hand, Thailand says that we should solve this matter bilaterally by an existing mechanism that favors formation of a joint committee, and this joint committee will conduct survey, and the demarcation on land will be done according to its own report. So this is the historical dispute according to these countries relating to their land borders. Now, these two countries are actually rivals of each other, sharing a long rivalry. First of all, the ill feeling between these two countries originates from a deep-seated cultural enmity, because these countries from centuries, they have competed as a large and competing regimes. Now in modern times, the developmental levels of Cambodia and Thailand are quite different. As I told you, Cambodia for a long time was under French colonial rule, and after it got independent from the French colonial rule, then Cambodia fell under the brutal rule of communists, that is the Khmer Rouge regime. So because of this colonial history and communist rule, the developmental levels of Cambodia is not great. On the other hand, Thailand has favored a high economic development, particularly under the capitalist rule and under the military dictatorship, right? So in terms of development, Cambodia has fallen far behind the development levels of Thailand. And not just that, both of these countries have even fought over the claims of cultural products ranging from boxings, dancing, traditional clothing. So this rivalry is rather a cultural rivalry which has stemmed now into a border dispute between these two countries. Understood the entire differences between these two countries? Now, whenever we discuss about any important subject, and when you on your own try to read the subject material, you will find the subject material quite confusing. Just for example, try to read Lakshmikant on your own without attending any classes. You will be confused. Not because anything is written wrong in Lakshmikant, but because you don't have a solid background over the important subjects. So to help you clear the exams, we have come up with foundation courses, right? So in foundation courses, what we do is we enroll our students into our different batches. And suppose if you are planning to give exams later on in 27 or 28, you will be put in a long-term batches. And in long-term batches, we give each and every classes for every subject, not just polity, but economy, history, geography, you name it, everything is covered. And these batches, these are called as resolution batches. So these batches are available for students who are willing to give exam next year in 2026. Similarly, for students who are planning to give exams later on in 27 or 28, the resolution batches are available. For example, this is the batch of 2027, which will start few days from now, from 15th of July. And you can take still admissions to these batches at a discounted rate, but you'll get these discounts only when you apply the code ATS Live. How to get discount? What are the benefits? Let me tell you, right? Now for that, you need to go to our StudyIQ IAS website. Once you go to our StudyIQ IAS website, this one, you will be needing to create an account here first. Once you're done with the logging in formality, click on all language and select English. Why am I saying English? Because the people who might be watching this video might not necessarily come from Hindi belt. What if you belong from eastern part of the country or northeastern states or from southern part of the country? So you'll have problems in Hindi or bilingual batches. So for you guys, we have exclusively come up with English batches. In here, the teachings are provided solely in English language. You have many options for 2026, 27, 28. I was telling you to opt for 2027 batches, right? Now, suppose if you want to enroll yourself for these batches, what you need to do? Click on buy now. It says 41,999 is the course fees, but you can get admissions to these batches at a discounted rate even from this amount. How to get discounts? Let me tell you. Click on buy now. Now you'll see on the bottom half of the screen, there is a code which is flashing called as ATS Live. You can use that code on not just this, but any course that is available on the platform, even on optional courses. What you need to do, select add promo code here, and on the left, write ATS Live. When you're done writing ATS Live, click apply. When you click apply, you'll realize the discount of 7,000 rupees is applied, and this course, which has a validity of 40 months, that is 3 years and 4 months. So you technically can take this course and give exams up till 2028. And this is only for 34,999, right? And do not forget, you'll get this discount only when you apply the code ATS Live. Now, obviously, you'll provide it with test series, live lectures, recorded lectures, everything. If you still have any doubts, please feel free to reach out us on 9240231070. Tell them Ankit sir has referred it to you, and they will help you in each and every need that you want to have, right? And tell them to use the code ATS Live, because this is only which will help you save 7,000 of your or your parents' hard-earned money, right? Now let us come back to our discussion. This is the practice question that I've curated. This exactly is on the basis of UPSC pattern. In 2023, there was a question on land boundaries that Ukraine shares with other countries. So how many of these countries share the land boundary with Thailand? Do let me know in the comment section the correct answer. And the ones who answer it correctly, I'll give your comments a thumbs up, so you'll know that you've answered it right. And the notes, once again, they will be made available on this Telegram channel, ATS Live. So please do not forget to subscribe to it and download the notes. This is all from my side. We'll see each other again. Please have a very good day.